I read it. I read it again, over and over again. Then I keep asking myself, why? Why? Let me tell you something. There are two things I will bring to you. And when I bring these two things, that's what we'll be discussing this morning. We don't have we don't have freedom. We have been bought over completely. Any Biafran you see, 90% of Biafrans you see parading around Ohanes and Igbo are 100% or few percentage of entrenched with the Fulanis. And let me read you this. This is from Maiti Allah, Kotel Hore, Fulani Social Cultural Association, wrote to President General of Ohanes and Igbo, Chief Nyawood, August 26, 2020. All of you should listen. When our leader talks, you people think he doesn't know what he's saying. And you look around, all those that diaspora, US, quietly surrounding the Ohaneses, especially those in the diaspora, US of diaspora. And this is the letter, other parts of written to the President General. This is the letter. Chief Nyawodo, Gulf Estate, Enugu, dated August 26. Sir, nomination of Ambassador George Obiozo as your successor. Now, Maiti Allah is nominating the successor of Ohanes and Igbo. What else do you have left? Maiti, not even Maiti Allah is the one running the country. I will get to that, but this is a proof. This is a letter written to Nyawodo, Ohanes and Igbo. We bring you warm greetings from the Fulani Nation, and we acknowledge your spirited efforts in stemming the tide of secession and division being championed by some misguided Igbo youths. So let me explain this. So those Igbo youths that can understand what is happening and are championing every move to free themselves, you are congratulating Nyawodo to squash the spirited effort. Those youths. Let's continue with the letter. We are aware that your tenure as the President General of Ohanes and Igbo will come to an end in the next 5 months. We have also taken cognizance of the fact that it is the turn of Imo State to produce your successor. In view of that, we are closely in touch with Governor Hope Uzodimma, and he has accepted our choice candidate, Ambassador George Obiozo. With Ambassador Obiozo, we can be confident that our interest, which is the protection of our over 100,000 herdsmen, is assured. Now, you have 100,000 herdsmen in Biafra land. This is not, but to be categorically clear, Is it 100,000 herdsmen in Imo? Because you are referring it to Uzadimma. So in other words, you have 100,000 terrorists in Imo alone. I did not write this. The letter is authentic. It is with their letter heading, their signature. And who is their agent in Imo State? Uzadimma. As a corollary to this, we have forwarded your name to the presidency for immediate appointment upon the expiration of your tenure. So you see why he is selling his people for a ministerial appointment by the presidency. Do you see how Biafrans sell their own children, sell their own people? It is in our blood, and when you point it out, they hit the roof. The ones committing the crimes are the ones making the most noise, trying to justify their crime, their atrocities, and the masses are still suffering. And then he goes to conclude, accept our assurance of kind regards. Signed, Engineer Al-Hassan Saleh, Cuba National Secretary. Mighty Allah. Do you see that we are not free? Do you see why our youths that have sworn to see that they have a future are being hunted all over? Our elders, our fathers, those that are supposed to protect their sons, their daughters, their grandchildren, are actually handing them over for examination to be slaves throughout their existence as Biafrans. What a shame. Well, that's not where it ends. Let's give a clapping hand for the Johannes and Igbos. Again. Another one. Yes. You are being sold out. You are being finished. And they are doing it majestically with the help of your own people. That is one aspect of it. So these two things I'm going to tell you this morning. If you don't have belt, go and get one. And I'll read this in its entirety. I will not miss anything. So all these young boys, they are arresting, disappearing. Now you will know why they are arresting them. And now you will know why they are disappearing. Now you know why these soldiers are in your towns and cities and after the young boys. And they use the name IPOB, which they have carefully planned. And the people that have actually labeled them terrorists are the ones harvesting these organs. They want to be world's richest men, the billionaires. And they are harvesting the organs of our youth through the help of the terrorists they invited. And now you know why these young men disappear. These, our youths, disappear. Let's continue with the story. It's public. They harvested my kidney for a Nigerian politician. I will not mention the name of the politician for my safety, but I will disclose where this evil took place shortly. This is anonymous. I normally don't present this type of news, but adding 2 and 2 together, 3 and 3 together, 6 and 6 together, it makes sense. And with the incident that just happened last week, where our young men were separated in groups and sent in different parts of the north, now it makes sense. And this has been going on over and over again. And let me make another reference. You remember when massive kidney donations were delivered in a hospital, and they said, thank you very much. Did they ever ask where those kidneys came from? No. Those organs, did they ask where they came from? No. They are the organs of African and Biafran children. Now, this is how the write-up started. In the international human organ market, one could make around 45 million for a complete human organ harvest. But this is in a legal capitalist market. In a black market, it is cheaper. This trade is fast taking over drug business, and sadly, it is booming business for Nigerian human organ cartels who work for politicians. Understand that section. This is why I said I don't normally pay attention to this, but this one I paid particular attention to. And all those labeling you as IPOB terrorists and have induced killings and bundling of the youths away to different sections of the north. Pay attention, because they say it's business for Nigerian human organ cartels who work for politicians. Before I begin my story, I will recommend that you say a little prayer. What you are about to read will paralyze you. Some Nigerians don't actually know what is happening. If they know what is happening in Nigeria, they will wish that Nigeria burns. This evil takes place in churches, in hospitals, in police stations, and in fast-spreading makeshift surgery camps. You might be seeing a beautiful duplex, but it is in fact a movable surgery camp for harvesting human organs. What I saw with my bare eyes was hell. I saw little children, youths, madmen, and mentally disabled people. These were fresh bloods, just below 20 years of age, with vibrant internal organs to be harvested. Inside the slaughterhouse, it was anything but hell. They don't need to kill you. Sedation is the tactics. If they kill you, your organs may die. So the best thing was to operate on you alive and tear your organs from your system while your eyes are still open. For some, they will know what is happening until they are landed on the operation bed and began to be tampered with, even without their consent. Brothers and sisters, it is hell, and I'm crying while writing this. You are about to witness the highest inhumanity in existence, and make sure you share this story. My story began with my arrest in southeast of Nigeria by the police, who won't find my documents because none of these are actually documented. Of these, you are likely to have no video clips because everything is supposed to be secret. Why did they arrest me? They arrested me because I was fathomed to be a member of IPOB. They stopped our vehicle and opened their trunk. They selected vibrant young men and women from the bus in the pretext of searching for IPOB members. Our surprise heightened when they ordered our driver to leave with the few people that were left in the bus, mostly old men and women. They labeled all of us suspects And this, according to Nigerian Constitution, was legal. Then our story began. We stayed in the truck for more than 10 hours with no knowledge of where we were headed. I wish to bring to the attention of my Igbo brothers that what the Nigerian government is doing with young Igbos in the name of destroying terrorists is unbelievable. When they say they are looking for IPOB members, know that their intentions are not clear. Some people who have not realized this often laugh or enjoy it whenever the police labels their victims IPOB members. It is unbelievable that people fall for this lie often. They never knew that almost none of those whom they parade as IPOB members are actually members. The fact is that for them, every Southeastern youth is an IPOB member. This is my own take on it. What I'm going to say now is not what this guy is writing. Of course, every young boy in Biafra land is an IPOB member. Excuse me. That is why they labeled us terrorists. Every vibrant young man from Biafra land, regardless, you are a terrorist. But the terrorists, where alone there are 100,000. But they give them army uniform to terrorize you. Now let's continue with the writing. We were taken to an unknown police station that evening, where most of us were still agitating for our freedom. But after many hours of hunger, some of us collapsed in the stuffy prison, which is not even good enough for a poultry. Where we were was not a place one is given the chance to be tired in a law court. It was a place one is prepared for slaughter. By the third day, we were already looking very thin and dehydrated and powerless and like miscreants. Little food, as much as is necessary to keep us breathing, was given to us, nothing more. Our location was undisclosed to us and nobody could have located us. It was not until we were transferred into a new truck that we knew that something was up. At least one of them was honest. He told us plainly that our offenses are such that we might not make it back. What offenses he was talking about wasn't made public. They were to transport us to somewhere undisclosed in the pretext of relocating prisoners. This I later understood to be to the north of Nigeria, where actually people are bred to be harvested. Why I'm writing this is not just to warn my readers, it is to call their attention to what is happening now at Rivers State of Nigeria. Listen to this verified shocking report by Sahara reporters. So this is my own comment. I am not reading these guys. So are you adding 1 and 1 together, 2 and 2 together, 3 and 3 together, and 6 and 6 together? Now it is no longer hidden. Now do you see long-range plan why these governors who are engaged in organ trading are slaughtering your youths? Do you see why? And Sahara reporters verified it. I'm back to the reading. Sahara reporters has discovered that more than 30 persons were arrested by the Nigerian Army and police. The police announced a deflated figure of 30, while others are being transported out of the state for detention and probably torture. The unidentified ones. They brought in some guys perceived to have been arrested either on protest ground or in Obibo to the Air Force Base in Port Harcourt. Sahara reporter gathered that the soldiers airlifted those arrested to an underground prison inside Wawa Cantonment, New Bosa, Kainji, Niger State. Eyewitness said the military ordered all workers to leave the flight line in order for anyone not to identify those to be airlifted. They were to be airlifted through the C-130 military aircraft to an unknown location. Sahara Reporters, 2011-24. That was the date Sahara Reporters made that report. From the above report, the soldiers announced an official number of 30 and airlifted the rest who are unidentified. These are the ones we all should be concerned about. And for their sake, do not hesitate to share this post. Just as in our case, we were unidentified and were taken to an unknown location. By what looked like a fourth day, we found ourselves in a mini hospital that is now somehow too quiet and deserted. Inside the place was filled with white boxes. In some of the rooms, we could hear silent sobs of children and youths like us. It was as if we were in hellfire. When I almost died was when I read the inscription in one of these boxes, and it said, human organ. I lost my breath, and I thought I will never live again. I wanted to shout, but there was no strength. It was then that we all were separated. And after that separation, I never saw any of my colleagues anymore. I was about to witness my death while I was still alive. If everything goes on as they planned, in the next few minutes, my internal organs will be ripped away from my body. When it was my time, I was bundled and tied to an operating bed. I couldn't resist. The strongmen that launched on me, I was too weak and already sedated. I gave up. And just before the black doctor came to operate on me, he read a document which was supposed to be an instruction on the next specimen, which was myself. He read it carelessly to my blood hearing, owing that I was to die very soon and cannot do anything about the information. But they were wrong. I had God with me, and he did something. I had things like surgery code SCD, specimen 003055, sponsored, paid, government house, state. But all this made no meaning for a specimen like me. Let me repeat that again. I had things like surgery, code SCD, specimen 003055, sponsored, paid, government house, state. But all this made no meaning for a specimen like me. I never could have thought that I would live. Talk more of my mind retaining some of those information. About the above pieces of information, I later discovered they were a description of myself and the specifications for illegal surgery. It was a kidney surgery that would leave me with one kidney alone. I was not only totally asleep when the operation began, I noticed the careless incision going on below my breast. It was as if they were searching something inside my stomach. I looked directly into the eyes of the beast doctor, and our eyes met. It was then I noticed an other movement below. I saw the tears pass through my cheeks. Unrestrained. It was not pain. It was not anger. I felt betrayed by humanity. To cut it short, I never how she should say I never know how I never knew how it happened. But the next time I was conscious, it was at Lagos under the care of a stranger. It was thanks to God. The rest is a story for another day. Brothers and sisters, people are dying. How many more will die for this to stop? I call on all men of goodwill, human rights lawyers, priests, and men of God to intervene. It was happening in Rivers State. If you leave those people airlifted to an unknown destination, they will die. I thank Viral Publisher for this opportunity to tell my story. Join us in this page for further revelation. This is what I mean. And this is why I say, add this story. 1 + 1 in the incidents. So these soldiers, these people are bringing, are agents of organ harvesters. And this is why they continue to pounce on the youths. Your fathers are selling you. This is why you're upon all the money paid to them, they are not rich enough. They are not rich enough. Survival of the fittest. And we are very good at discounting. We are very good at ignoring, whereas the evidences are quite obvious. They are there, we're watching it. Today is Tuesday, I believe. Somewhere around from now backing up, I mentioned the arrest of Biafran youths, and in Abuja, and those people said that there are many of them, that they were all separated to Niger, to Kainji. Now does it make sense? And these soldiers and their commanders, that is, if they are actual soldiers, and the governors of all these states must be held accountable, because they are agents of cruelty to humanity. IPOB is a legitimate organization known to the world. But for the criminals in a crime-riddled country, we label them terrorists. And your fathers and your mothers and your sisters and the politicians will say yes. And they are killing them. Tomorrow, it might be the turn of your son. It might be the turn of your brother. What goes around comes around. I need not go further because time today was very, very short because of technical issues. And in view of that, I will leave the call line open for those that have a take on this. It is shameful that the black man dog eat dog, and we intend to be very progressive. We intend to be get to the sky, and we want to be billionaires. You're not seeing the sign. Greed, wickedness, and careless disregard for the lives of your fellow human being. You have been made strong. Instead of using the opportunity to build your area with your strength, you are destroying those people that will save you. If there is a conflict that involves blacks, you will have nobody to defend you. You are like parasites. You are like parasites. You eat your host to death. And you eat yourself from inside out. And you expect yourself to be respected, to be honored, because you think with your money you are something. With your honorable title. Now you see what is happening. They are coming. They are coming. They are coming from different directions. They are getting to you through COVID-19 and all whatnot. It was Ebola. It was AIDS. Now it's COVID-19. Now it's down to organ harvesting. And you watch. You watch. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. What an information. Why will these people be lifted away from their state in the first place? Why will they be airlifted out of their state, out of their homeland, to a strange place where nobody knows who they are? It is mistake that reveals what people plan. Somehow, someday, somebody will make a mistake. Many days for the thief, one day for the owner of the house. And what do you normally hear? It is my first time. Organ trafficking. Nobody will protect you. You will protect yourself. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, Alozie, good evening, sir.
Good morning from here. Welcome.
Mazi Chukwuemeka from South Africa.
Welcome, Chukwudi.
Mazi, it's heartbreaking. What you just said now,
Your line is
unacceptable by the patient.
your line is Chukwudi, your line is very low. Your line is faint.
Okay, can you hear me now?
A little bit better. Go ahead.
Okay, what is happening now and what you read now, that every reasonable human being, every reasonable Biafran, every reasonable Igbo man should wake up to this occasion. Mazi, I've never been confused in my life the way I'm confused right now. I'm left with questions, I'm left with no answer, I'm left with shock, I'm left with nothing but a dead person. Mazi, what I want to ask is, what are we going to do? What are we going to do to stop this from happening? Because it will continue happening if we don't fight back. What do we need to do to fight back? What do we need to do to fight back? What are we going to do? They are not going to stop. They will keep on doing what they are doing. They keep on killing our people. What do we do Are we not supposed to fight and die as heroes in the battlefront, that die as being butchered by uncircumcised Christians, uncircumcised Fulani? The people they took from Boko Haram and make them the armies and police of Nigeria, the zoo. And everyone in their open eyes saw Nigerian government taking Boko Haram and put them in army and give them uniform on daily basis. The ones that we can see and the one we cannot see is more. To use them to go and kidnap our people and slaughter. Please, the leadership of IPOB, the leadership of our movement, please, what are we going to do? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We cannot continue this way, but I know help is on the way. But this is too much. This is too much for the people that are still saying that they don't want Biafra. They don't want to hear what we are talking about. This is too much. It can happen to me. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anybody. Don't wait until it happens to you. And all these people that is happening to is your brothers and sisters. If you go back and read the history of our people, we are all the same. Can we feel a little bit that this thing is happening to our sons and children, our brothers, our fathers, our young youth? Can we feel this a little bit this afternoon? And have this cry that I have in my spirit that I cannot even understand, or how can I cannot even understand what exactly is going on. Please, my people, please, if it is war, let's go for it. Please. I beg all of us.
Thank you very much. Our time is short today. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Living beings, not sick, not crippled, vibrant, hope for the future. You arrest them so that they will pose no problem for you. You harvest their organs while they are alive so that you can be a billionaire. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi, good morning, sir, from here. My name is Mazi. I'm calling from Ghana, please, USA.
Welcome.
Mazi, I thank you for a good work you do for people. In fact, this article you read this morning make me to remember sometime 2 years ago that a whole president of a whole race, which is a Naiwodo, said instead they will kill him, they will kill Fulani, that is Arturera on the street, they should come and kill him. And that thing he confessed with his mouth will surely happen. Mazi, I grew up in the Yoruba, I usually say this all the time. While growing up, I fight every day I grew. Whenever Yoruba call Omoibo go. Omoibo logo. Which is Igbo are not smart. Igbo thought that they have sense, they don't have sense. I keep on fighting, defending my, not up to this my age now, I listen to Mazi and the Kano and Lady Biafra. And now understand the reason why Yoruba always say that. Look at these answers now that start. Yoruba went to the king, one of the powerful kings in the Yoruba land, the Yoruba of Lagos. Okay? And carry a whole corpse full dollar. Destroy everything, take everything in the Yoruba palace. Oba didn't come out and call them a terrorist. Yoruba people went to Chubu Hotel, Chubu TV station. Destroy everything. Today, never call them a terrorist. Mazi, Yorubas call a whole leader, warrior leader in Yoruba and Kakamfe, Ghanaian Dams. One of the powerful man in the Yoruba land is in the history of Yoruba. It's only two people have get that post, which is one is Adola, him is the second one, Ghanaian Dams. Yoruba people that are fighting Odua Congress, they call Ghanaian Dams. One of the powerful in Yoruba land on their live Facebook to come and address what is going on in this instant. And Ghanaians that honor them and come to that live Facebook, which is happened last week. Afraid. Everybody know that Oduduwa people, this is a movement now. They learn from Mazi the kind of people they are. And this Yoruba brother that is in UK, they are saying this video sometime last week about school. This is how school in India look like. I want to follow him in Facebook. You will see Yorubas in diaspora calling him. How can I support? How can we support to buy weapons to defend our land? But Mazi can go far away to America 2015. Tell our people what Igbo Congress, that war is coming. You to fund us so that our youth can defend our land. So they can have where you call home whenever you retire from America. What are people do? Our people now remove that article our leader speech and put in YouTube, put in Facebook because of people. Tinubu is one of the powerful men in Yoruba land today. They never come out and call them a terrorist. All their posters, everywhere. Ghana people tell them, you cannot do it alone. Them in the hospital have a role to play. Let them do this. Mazi, this come to my conclusion that Igbo are not smart. Yes, God bless us in business. We are not smart to defend our history, our race. We don't have good plan for our generation of born. We just build a house, service building house, building Rolls Royce when there is no street. Man, as of early 80s, in Yoruba land where I grew, we are grown in the town of Ulowo. Mazi, as of early 80s, when they call Abule is the house the farmers live in the bush. There's electricity there. There's an all-ties road there as of early 80s. But this 21st century, there's where there's no life in Igbo land today. And yet, without was said we are smart. If a whole leader, president general of our nation Igbo can be little to himself to Fulani cattle there in the street. Now, I don't need somebody to tell me again that the youth need to wake up and do the needed. All these leaders in Igbo land, so-called yes wicked, Zamfara come out something last year and said the God in Zamfara belong to Zamfara, not in federal government. And this less leader Igbo in the south never come out. They say, he belongs in the Bayelsa. He belongs to Bayelsa. Never. They never say that. Now they'll be killing innocent youth that are supposed to defend the land for tomorrow. And some those who are smart. Now I know why Yoruba I come to support what Yoruba say from Ipob, because you know Yoruba man, any Yoruba man that build a house in Igbo land, you know that the man is working in oil company. It's oil company that build the house. Okay? But our people, boom, competition. These are smart. Okay? And now you tell me all these people sabotaging Nandekano, they are smart, they are not smart. They are educated, yes, they are wealthy, yes, but they don't know anything pertaining their future 100 years time. But the average Yoruba understand what you need to protect their land. I never see, I don't know why growing up, I never see, sometimes I ask myself, why Yoruba fighting for their freedom? Because everything is there for them. But for years, they want the economic power of their own generation to come. They understand the necessity for their own generation to control their wealth in their land, their government in their land. But our people we don't know. See today. Now, I remember what Aliza said sometime last day. Is Nietiana, a fourth deadly terrorist in the world, is one appointing a whole Igbo gate race. Who will be our PG? Mas, let me talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know how they talk it in French. Buyer beware. Caveat emptor, whatever. Caveat emptore. Caveat buyer beware. Caveat emptor, beware. Buyer beware. What are we buying and what are we aware about? We have a problem. We have a problem. We love ourselves so much that we can protect our criminals. In the name of Owenyekai, this is what is happening. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, Mazi Alozie. Good evening from here.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I am Dr. Mark, calling you from Anambra State. Now, one out of the 140 women in prison in Imo State anyway.
Excuse me.
Please.
Excuse me. Repeat what you just said, please. Please repeat it.
Yes, I said 1 out of 140 women in prison in Imo State 2018.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Right. The news you made this evening, in short, I am completely rolled down. Completely rolled down. I don't normally call, but I am rolled down. And somehow, a bit confused about what I'm hearing, but I don't know. And I won't question God where He is. I know God is still in action. But I want to promise whoever that is responsible for this, that the person will never see the end of December. If the person sees it, let him know that God is not in action. I will tell him there is only I am present in action. And he must hear my cry this evening. I am completely rolled down. I don't know what the United Nations are doing. What do they want us to finish? Our children are dying. What are they doing? The United Nations, does it mean that they doesn't hear our voice? They doesn't hear our cry. But I know only God hears us. But I am present in each and every one of us. Must surely show these people whom He is. Because it happened such a time during the time of Israelites. But our own will never be different. I promise you that these people will never see the end of this year. Let it be recorded anywhere in the world that they will never see the end of this year. I promise you, because there is only God in action. And the I am present is that God in action. Let us watch.
Thank you, Doctor.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. I am really confused.
Thank you. This is why they are
God
clamping.
bless you.
Yeah, God bless you too. This is why they are clamping on the youths, who are the ones fighting because they know their future. No, our governors being bought by the Fulanis are killing them. And our people are not watching. Our people are not looking. They are telling you we are terrorists because they know we are the obstacle they have. And then our parents will believe them. Our Azes will believe them. Our Igwes will believe them. And our governors are the architects of this horrible crime happening.
Yeah. But they will know that there is only God in action. And I have proclaimed the judgment. I practice, I am present. And I must do that. And that is going to be in action from this moment.
Thank you.
Now, God bless you. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you.
Okay.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi Alozie. Good afternoon.
Good morning from here.
Calling from Ghana.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm so happy to meet you. What you said concerning the letter from Mechala, and for them to just to prove that they are now owning the land. They say that they are now owning the land of Biafra. But everybody should understand now why our leader is always lamenting, saying that we don't have elders. We don't have elders. But if you talk, many people will be stay aside, talking another thing, saying he doesn't respect elders.
Imagine. All we know is that we are moving forward and we must get our freedom. Nobody, our dear sister that just called now, tried to cry. He couldn't control her emotion. We should not be confused. This is freedom. We are fighting for freedom. And whoever that is fighting for freedom, never get tired, never get confused. The same thing happened to the people of Jews all over the world. They were rejected. They were being massacred, being destroyed everywhere. But upon all those things, some of the Jews are there sponsoring, supporting those people that are killing them. I could remember one post our leader made one certain time, one very big building, a Jewish man built in Italy. In Italy, but later that building now is part of Italian government property. So we never get confused in what is going on, because we know that freedom is not an easy something. All we know that we should be focused. We should not be discouraged. We should not be confused. We are getting there, because that is how it should be. In everything like this, when it's time to manifest a good result, you will be seeing a lot of obstacles from here, there, everywhere. So it proves that we are getting there. So because if we are not getting there, all these attacks will not come. All these attacks will not go. It's just like one man said in one of his posts that he who holds the ball in the field will be the only person that will receive attackers. So we are now holding all those enemies have realized that we are now holding the ball to get our freedom. So that is the reason why we are getting attacks from everywhere. And we must conquer. Everything our leader said has come to pass. He said, they have sold themselves to enemies. Imagine Allah dictating who will be the president of Ohanaeze. Very, very shameful. But we are getting there. So all these things, the one is acting in River State in collaboration with the zoo armies, killing innocent souls. All is one day, very soon. Shalom. All Biafra. Alozie.
Biafra, thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. They are the ones controlling your government. Obiano told you that they are in his government. Now, do you see the evidence surfacing slowly and slowly? Caller, your name and where you calling from? Please.
Hello, Mazi.
Yeah, please turn down your radio.
Hello, Mazi Alozie.
Please turn down your radio. Good morning. Good morning. Turn down your radio.
Yeah, my radio is down, Mazi.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Mazi, my name is Mazi Ifanye. I'm calling from Paris, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mazi, just what you just read now, Mazi, is very, very, I say I'm still down. While you are reading it, when you were analyzing this very information, Mazi, is to tell you that are we talking of the one of Mietiala and the one of organ harvester? As you see, I could recall when our leader said before that the reason why they took number 4 to
to appoint him as Imo State administrator is as a result of upcoming Ohanese's President General dispute. And you see now that that is the assertion of or what our leader said has been confirmed by what we just read now. Is now in public domain to see, our people to see that Nnamdi Kanu that we are seeing, some people are talking down on is actually the real pillar that is still protecting us for now through Chukwuemeka Abiyama. Because you cannot tell me that Ohanese will go to the northern part of the zoo or northern part or in Oduduwa land or in Ariwa land to go and, be choosing their leaders for them. Is to tell you that we are no more in charge of our land. Let us stop living in fake. We are used to all this fake appearance. Pretending that all is well, why all is not well? Everybody wants to be leader. Everybody wants his voice to be heard. Everybody wants to find a way to, counter what we are saying. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. No other person. We don't have any other leader. And even by the way, Mazi, you see, at this very point of time, I believe through everything that is going on now, I am 100% believe that Chukwuemeka Abiyama wants now to select those 100 men that our leader has been talking about. You see, this very moment of time is the time those 100 men, not gender, I'm not talking of gender, but women. This is the time that we are going to see those 100 men appear to go and liberate our land. Because if you see what is going on now, you find out that those that we have been looking at as a part of us, we never knew that Chukwuemeka Abiyama is the seer and the viewer of everybody's heart and everybody's mind. He's not Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu don't know what I have in mind. He doesn't know what any IPOB family member has in mind. It's only Chukwuemeka Abiyama. And that is why we always say that Biafra is a spirit. Biafra knows who is who. And he knows exactly who is really defending him and who is really genuine. So, Mazi, thank you very much because we don't have much time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
May God bless you.
Thank you. The call number is +14847670848 +14847670848. Get in your calls as quickly as you can because today's time has been shortened due to technical issues, and whatever time that is left, we will make best use of it. So it is surprising. We are the ones under siege, and we are the ones that will lift ourselves up and then proceed. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, Alozie, good morning. This is Jude Moje calling from Los Angeles.
Welcome, Jude. Go ahead.
God bless you. I always listen. I don't, talk most of the time. But this morning, when you were reading this thing, I couldn't hold my tears. But I only believe that God will do what only God can do for us Biafrans. I think they are closing up on us, and this is the time our Biafran youth need to rise up now instead of dying, gradually, to come up to just come up bravely enough to challenge these governors, these our politicians, before they kill all of us. If they can come out now to let the world know what is going on, because they cannot kill everybody. They cannot kill everybody. It's so pathetic. It's too bad. But I believe and I thank God and I believe in what Mazi is doing. I don't care whatever anybody is saying about his leadership. It's what you are leading now. Anyway, Alozie, thank you so much. I can't say much, but may God help our youth. May God help our youth.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Your line has dropped. We have to help our youths. We have to help them. And those youths as well must ensure that they care for their own survival too. They cannot use you as a youth as well to go and kill your fellow youth. Or go and point out you are this and you are that. You are running around with hired guns. If you don't know what I'm saying, I will explain later. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name, your line is off. It went very fast. Those killing you cannot come and recruit you to go and hunt your fellow youths by giving you funny names that will make your head swell. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, Alozie. My name is still Chukwuemeka.
Welcome, Chukwuemeka.
And I'm calling you from Texas. First of all, I want to address the international community because I believe they listen to the Biafra radio. Over 300 of our young people in Biafra land have been secretly abducted by Nigeria establishment. Most of them are being killed as we speak. The world community should listen to us. The example at Lekki shows Nigerian government is a liar, will remain a liar, and has always been a liar. If not that the CNN showed them evidence of military shooting in Lekki, they would not have believed. There is no lie as far as the Radio Biafra is concerned. They should listen to us and hear our cry. These young, over 300 people abducted, we are not sure they are going to come out alive. And that is the grief that has befallen our land. And they are doing this because we are only carrying flag and saying we want to be on ourselves. We have not taken up arms. I want the British government and the world to realize what happened in Kenya. It was because of this same policy that gave rise to Mau Mau uprising. They are pushing us to a boiling point. They are using our own people to kill our own people, to kill our youth, so that at the end of the day, we will all be run over. But they did not ask God that created us if God has approved for us to be wiped out of the surface of the earth. And that is the mistake of man. Please, everybody that is hearing the Radio Biafra should know that this genocide has taken a larger shape. But let the world leaders remember that Mau Mau uprising was created by the British. They gave room to that. And that is what they want to replicate in Biafra region. Why must we always be killed and slaughtered and snuffed out in this day and age? And everybody is keeping quiet. Everybody is keeping quiet. Keeping quiet when people, our only crime is our flag, nothing more. We have never raised a finger on anybody. But for the saboteurs, as those who they are using in Biafra land to do this evil, I just have one thing, and that is the fact that they should not forget that we are keeping record. From our tears, from the blood that is spilled on Biafra land, we are still keeping record of what they are doing. At the appropriate time, they will pay. Their generations will pay. Their families will pay. Let them keep killing us. We are all walking dead. Nobody knows when or where. Let them keep killing us. That is what I want to say. But for those who are fallen, for those who are about to be killed, always have your faith that your death and our own death, eventually when it comes, shall never be in vain. As long as there is Elohim in heaven, God will triumph. Biafra shall come. Biafra is here. And all must hail Biafra, whether they like it or not. Thank you, Mazi Alozie. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Crime against humanity. Crime from man against man. He calls his brother. Cain and Abel. Cain and Abel. Am I my brother's keeper? Am I my son's keeper? Then you'll be surprised. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, Mazi Alozie, I just called to contribute this very hour, though it has been a while I've not called. I think there is need for me to call today because there are some certain things people do say. The Bible said that there is a way that's made right unto a man. But many a times, when we call radio stations, this is an international radio, and there are things you will also say that will bring a kind of spirit of demoralizations. You bring the high spirit down, and especially in this critical injury time. I just want to rephrase a word. Many of us have been calling on radio since kind of January till now. This is the end of 2020, and you continue to beckon on people that are not interested on your case, people that are not interested on your killing, people that are not interested on anything that concerned you. They only focus on what the CNN said just because it affects Lagos State. But Biafrans has been killing. They killed it what they call it, Iguacha, because of Trump. Nobody said a word. And we come out and said the whole world is listening. They kill us in Hebridge in dozens. They kill us in Mpo, Catholic Church. They kill us in Enugu, recently in Emene. They killed us in Owerri. They killed us even in Obibo, the one that just happened yesterday. And we continue to say, people will say in appropriate time, it is only a man that don't have a roadmap. It is only a man that don't have a plan, or that not even a kind of, you don't have the zeal or mind to take adequate measure to put to an end to a kind of your fear. Do you understand? Job said that what you are afraid, what he is afraid of, it came upon him heavily, and he lost everything under one day. Fear is a mother of destructions. It is only people that live in fear. We continue to kind of said something that you know that nobody is interested. There are things you need to do, and there are things you don't need to come out to say that this is what we want to do. This is what you are going to do. Go watch Yorubas now. After the killing of Ondo, King, go and watch them. I have friends there. Things is going on there heavily, but you don't hear them on the radio. They have Oduduwa radio. They have Mayegun this thing, but you don't hear it.
Yeah,
why are we
Yeah, Chris Wise, I have a question for you. Yeah, I have a question. Chris Wise.
Yes.
I have a. Your comment is very broad. Nobody's saying what they are going to do. IPOB is not saying what they are going to do. We know what we want to do. No. I'm saying that what you. Yes. I know what you're saying, but what I'm getting you to understand is that these scholars don't know what is happening. These callers are the same callers that some of them listen, some of them don't. Some of them are those that listen but they don't follow. Some of them are those that when you call and you say something, they brush it aside. I will give you an example. Let me give you an example. They call on United Nations. They are depending on United Nations. They call on UN. Nobody. They call on this. Nobody. But still, they cannot come together. And let's face it, because they have been so used to listening to BBC and CNN, that the Radio Biafra that is telling them what is happening in their own backyard, they start arguing with you. So how are you going to do it? That proves to you what I was just telling you, because these people were told. Yeah. Everybody should come out. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Chris Wise. Let me get the other callers. We don't have time. Let me get the other callers. Yeah. Thank you. God bless you too. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Go ahead. We don't have much time today. Go ahead.
I know. Your time is crap. I know, and you have to pass the Alozie. Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. I salute you. I greet you from my location. I'm Rabbi Charles, and our leader Mazi Namdekano. I salute you, Mazi Alozie. I just want to touch on a few things that you said, and before I continue, I would love to use this opportunity to greet that Reverend priest, the one that spoke. His clip has been on air, and those women that went and took effort. You know, there is something that Reverend priest said that we are not looking at. This man said the slaves that went to America, they took them to so many islands. Most of us, if you tell the people in Biafran land, the islands, they might think the man is talking of Tinkan Island or Lagos Island or Banana Island. It's not. They took them to different islands in Caribbean.
Jamaica.
That's where they are.
Jamaica, Haiti,
come again?
Jamaica, Haiti, St. Thomas, Brazil.
Exactly. St. Martins, Curacao, Antillians, whole Antillians. If you go there, you will see your people. They are your people. They may not maintain the language, but through their mannerism, you will know that these guys are Biafrans. These people are Biafrans. St. Lucia, remember the sister that used to call from the island of St. Lucia? Remember? Who told her to be calling? Blood is thicker than water. They know that they are from a certain place. But those people, let me tell us this. Do you know that these people are still waiting that one day their country will be restored and their people will come looking for them? Most of these people, sometimes, like in some areas in Dominican Republic, Haiti, they have common border. They are not far from each other. Okay? Sometimes natural disaster will hit them. They will not have anything to hold on. Not even a farmland to hold on. And this man of God, I love men of God that does not allow religion to rule their sense of reasoning, to govern them. This man of God is, in fact, he can convert anybody because he was saying it the way it is. When you are looking for what belongs to you, you put some certain things aside. That shouldn't block your view, your vision. So he could see. And who are the ones that dump them there? These people you see today that are ignoring some of us in UN nations and so many other offices, those are the ones that they know the history, they know. When they see you as an African, they know whom you are. Unfortunately, some of us don't know who we are. We don't understand each other. But they know that these are the people. When they needed workforce, they came to Africa knowing that the powerhouse is there to build their nations. And after that, they said, we can't live together. You are too black for me to live with you. You are too local for me to live with you. And they took them to those islands. These people, sometimes you ask yourself, how do they survive? How did they manage to be eaten? Some of their soils are not all that good. Only Suriname and Brazil, those ones. If you go to Suriname, you will see a lot of your brothers in the Amazon forest, rainforest there. They are suffering. Some of them are even speaking the language you don't even understand. Some of them are from Ghana. And if you go to Antilles and Curaçao, some of them are Igbos, Biafrans. They know. So now, this man is telling us that, and they dumped some of them in Liberia, in Freetown, Sierra Leone, Monrovia and Freetown, and they left them there. And they started speaking different dialect and different languages. But many a times this thing has come on air and they will block it, they won't want it to be told. Then you will be I know somebody, a minister. That guy was a former minister. His senior brother was missing. And ever since that guy gone missing, he hasn't been found till today. They did everything and that guy vanished in Lagos. And his body parts was, I believe that was what happened to him. Sometimes you hear people saying, you think it's a slogan, it's a slang. You don't know what they're talking about. And they are working for these people. Some heartless beings, those are the ones that wouldn't want Biafra to come because their hands are soiled. I had the brother saying, Rabbi, let me tell you something. Many years ago. Forget about it. I am not here maybe to get popular, not at all. I came to do what Elohim sent me to do. What? To assist our leader, to assist him in this restoration project. When after that, if you come na politics, to I told him here, so far, if nothing like national pride, you have your nation. If you are eating drinking water or eating bread with water, you are satisfied. If you are going out, you take your national passport and you bought out there and nobody will harass you. You are a nation. That is a national pride for you. It's bigger than any selfish issue or self-dispute or they did me this, they did me that. And this reverend spoke with all these women. May God bless you, man of God, wherever you are listening to me in America. Because on your full this thing I had this Iranian saying, this is Anambra. It's Imo and Abia. There's no Anambra, there is no this thing. He doesn't know what he's talking about. There are many people from different regions that are in our movement. They don't talk. They don't come out to tell you. The idiot was talking about it. Okay, when Ojukwu came out as somebody from that time, there wasn't anything like Anambra. We are all East Central State, as I was made to understand. Now, when he came, all the people he based in Umuahia, and the people from Imo, they were taking orders. Ibibio took orders. Calabar from Effiong, Philip Effiong, they took orders. They were taking orders from him. So if Imo State can get us Biafra, I can guarantee you, let every Imo State go and get us Biafra. Why the rest go and sit down? If you know that you can't handle Naira power or dollar power or pounds power, go and sit down He doesn't want to talk. Very powerful gentleman. I said no. He's him the most dead, for God's sake. I'm an Anambra man. If Anambra cannot do it, let him go and do it. If we are not in Nigeria that they use quota system to go and select footballers, when they go to play small Burkina Faso or Sierra Leone, they will crush them because it's quota system. If people from Enyimba can go and make national team, let's say in terms of that zoo, because they have powerful players. If they go there, they will carry World Cup and come back because they understand each other. They know your body language, your football language. They know when you are calling for troopers. They know everything. But if you do it quota system, they don't understand. Adamu doesn't understand what Adebayo is talking about. Adebayo doesn't understand what Okoronkwo is talking about in football. They will go there and sustain loss. You see what I'm talking about. So there is nothing like that. There are many people from different regions with dialect that are principal officers in IPOB. It is not Igbo affair. That Iranya and his cohorts are mad people. Ndiara Kandiabo. Mazi Alozie Ndewo. Shalom. Ndewo.
They want to instill sectionalism, and that is the nonsense they've been doing, and we have a broader problem that we have to deal with. You see, that is what I'm saying. We have a problem. All of a sudden, it's becoming this person. They have a problem. They have a problem. They are killing you from Anambra. They are killing you from Enugu. They are killing you from Mpo. They are killing you from Abia. They are killing you from Imo. They are killing you from Ikotebeni. Then what is the problem? Must anybody that will lead will come from a particular place? No. If you are capable and you're from Biafra land, even if you're from Ipob, even if you're from Umunede, that tag on you, Igbo. So all these confused academicians should go and sit down. Okay? We are in danger. And that confusion you people are creating will not materialize. There's something somebody posted to me, and I read it. I was shocked, but not surprised. Okay? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
So, all people confused.
Caller, turn down your radio as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Turn it down.
Thank you. Mazi Alozie.
Welcome.
I'm Chukwuemeka.
Welcome, Chukwudi.
Umueri. Omampala in Biafra land. All these things that is happening in our land. In fact, I myself, I prayed before that why should God allow Igbos to still remain alive? Why can't God finish every one of us? Because I haven't seen stupid people, foolish people on earth like Igbo tribe. It's a wonderful. In fact, it's disturbing. Ojukwu fought this war with his father's wealth, and he was on the forefront of the war. What happened after the end of the war? What do they call him? They said Oboso won. They call him Oboso won. What type of people we have here? Tracing the history about Ifajuna and Co, Bajas and all those people, the Sabo with that. What is their? What do they gain today? Their families, and we can never learn from history. When are we to learn? Ego, it's ego. You turn it on the other side, it means ego. Wealth, ego, self-esteem. Where does this carry us to? You see this Reverend Father in the US. Doing everything he would do, he has done with his group, a special highly disciplined group to meditate, to dialogue. No way. What are we? Is there anybody bigger than Biafra? So look at Onyendu. He has sacrificed everything sacrificable. They don't mercy for this man. They don't even mercy for Onyendu. I haven't seen somebody like this man. Even I'm sure that his name has gone to the Guinness Book of Records and the International Football Professionals. Because to get that type of person in Africa is rare. And still, his own people never know him, and they don't care to know him even. What are type of people we are? Look at what happened in the Bible. Korah family in the Bible. Numbers 16 and 17. Whereby God ordered the earth to open. These people entered the earth, God closed it by himself. What are we saying? What are we talking about? Are we only fools on earth? I'm disturbed. I'm highly disturbed. Look at what they have transferred, taking the parts of the youth. What I mean is, are we not self-defense? Self-defense. I think the self-defense is allowed in the whole world. How can youth be about 30 or more than 30, 300 be bubbled out of their places in rivers? And they are in the plane comfortable. No one protested. Why not burn that plane? Explode it. How? Instead of me to enter that plane, say, why can't I die in the front of my door? In the compound I'm living. Why can't I die there with them? With these soldiers? Are they not dying? Alozie, I'm disturbed, in fact. I'm disturbed. I pray to you. We are moving. But in fact, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You see, it is tiring. It is draining. Drains your energy when you look at the magnitude of our issue. We can't get it from the ground, and we deceive ourselves by quoting the inevitable and deny it. Let us call a spade a spade. Anytime you are from any part of Biafra, you are a Biafra. And if it's say East Central State, I don't think you have the guts to tell me you are from Abia, or you are from Imo, or you are from Iguacha or Rivers. You see, it is that division. And those that are supposed to understand the game try to poison your mind for their own gain, for their own riches. And they are going to fail. They are going to fail, and they'll fail woefully. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Mazi Alozie is a brother Chigera from South Africa. You see exactly when they'll just to kill Nnamdi Kanu today, tomorrow. You remember a couple of months ago when Nnamdi Kanu told all of us in the radio, for those who say he's ranting in the radio, he just come to speak without action. When a prophet speak, even in the Bible, he never carried the gun. He spoke. He's left for the people he sent the message to go and do what he's saying. He's not the messenger to go and carry action for you. He's just one head. He told you people that the mission of Hope Uzodinma is to install the choice of candidate. Somebody should just get that tape and play it in Radio Biafra, so that the Biafrans will know, and the entire those who believe in the presidency. Fulani now, as I just read, and all of us have seen the whatever is it, the letter, should I call it, maybe Fulani receipt to buy somebody from through Nangwood to Hope Uzodinma's Ipob or this president. So people do just understand this, that sometimes this shouting of a thing, it takes people that is a grant to sabotage it. Just now we are now turning to director of the radios rather than doing what you're supposed to do. I know you don't have much time. Let me just leave it this way, because they will come tomorrow to say it's a lie. I received that yesterday, and I forwarded to a lot of people that I believe they know what is going on in Ohanese. And all of them are come back to me and say, we are still verifying. What are you verifying for? You know, before you know it, they say it's a fake news because they know it's now in the public domain. They will see it's fake news. But even if they did not put this guy in charge, they will still replace him with the second charge. That's what they do. How would the Igbos be allowed to be used in this manner? A whole Fulani and what telling you who they want to put that on Ghanaian people. And when Nnamdi Kanu said that, People who are taking that is ranting. Only in Facebook talk rubbish up and down. The name of the candidate is deceiving us. Can you do the part of deceiving you are talking about? Which part is deceiving us? But you could deceive us. All of them deceive us, including the Wazirike still deceive us. Nam deceiving us. They let him deceive us. We say we are tired. How many are following the Wazirike now? How many groups are standing by the side of no more? So we are the ones being treated here. So do we decide what happened to us? Don't tell us that it's a scam to us. It's a rubbish of you all. God bless you, Mazi.
God bless you. They want everything. They want everything. They can't hold on to something. You know. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, Mazi. I'm so sorry, Mazi. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, sorry. My name is my man Ugo Nejaka. I am the national PRO of IPOB here in the United States of America. I reside here in Washington, D.C. And I'm from Amibo Inolo, Amibo home of the Tiger, and Amibo home of Kinshasa. Mazi, I have listened to the record that you played, and I have listened to all your analysis this morning. But I thank God Almighty for Nnamdi Kanu at this precious time. So my thing again, Mazi, is that how did we get to the stage that we are? It did not take us overnight to be in the situation that we found ourselves. Mazi, but thank God that our eye has been opened now. Remember, since after the war, this is the plan, what they have taken their time to do in order just to enslave us. They have appointed all those people that are greedy people in our midst to be our leader. Mazi, in Igbo land, we don't have what they call Ohaneze. Mazi, what we have is Ohanweze. Ohanweze. That is, we are the one that own our king. Our king is not separate from us. So anyway, this is what is expected of them. Because they have gone around for all those people they appointed as our leaders. Because we have never, gotten any of them, even the governors, we are not the one that voted for them. All the people that they have voted are the people that can do their job. So this is what we are expected to see. But I thank God that Almighty, that Nnamdi Kanu have come and have, aroused the consciousness of the youth and everybody. So we are, if not for any other thing, we know what is going on with us. And what we have to do is that, the awareness that is getting every day is just for you to know and be ready at any time. Look at what is going on in Obibo and a lot of places. So what we have to do is get ourselves together. We have cried, we have seen it and everything. There's nobody that is seeing it good. Even if in Obibo, you go to Middle Belt, you go to Bruno, they are killing and they are coming. But the only thing there is that our own people have been bought over. Now they have come into IPOB. But what I'm saying is that, Mazi, this is the last war that we are fighting. And for God to open our eye now to see what is going on in IPOB, that means that we have survived. This is the end time. It is coming to an end. Our job is almost finished. That is the reason why God said, look at the type of moles you're going to have in your midst. So if you can get rid of these moles now, then it means that you can manage yourself when that time comes. So when the thing is coming to an end, this is what you see. You see all this crying, all this killing, the rape, actually people are dying and everything. This is what is expected of it. We thank God now that IPOB is still the main IPOB. There is no disintegration in IPOB. So I am urging all our people just to stay fast. I am begging all our people to continue doing what you're doing. Do not be discouraged. It is good for you to know the enemy in than for you not to know. When you know, you go to the doctor and doctor tell you, oh, you have cancer. And then they will start to treat you for that cancer. That means that you have that tendency that you're going to survive. Or, okay, go to the doctor. You say you don't want to go to the doctor when the thing is eating you. So it's good now that we have been diagnosed. We know that we have problems, and those problems have been noted, and then IPOB is the same way we are going. We thank God Nnamdi Kanu is still there, and everybody is still there. So we have to do and then finish this job. The God have already given us what we wanted. We are winning at any time. There's no two ways about it. So it is, all the people that are killing, it is not more than 3.5 million children that are starved to death. But we know that the enemy, our enemy, what they are doing, and then now enemy are so scared because the rate at which we are rising. So we are winning at every time. I want you to have the courage and then to continue pushing. Be focused and be resolute because this Biafra is coming and then we are going to win. Everyone is fighting for their own. Then the middle belt people are dying every day. They are even in the camp. So what we're doing now, this is a collective thing that we are doing, and the youth are rising. So Nigeria is not the way it used to be. There's nothing like one Nigeria. It is nothing but few gangsters that are ruling Nigeria. So Mazi, thank you so much. I am so sorry that I'm taking so much time to talk. May God bless you. May God bless Nnamdi Kanu.
God bless you too, my man Onyejiaka. That is the way it is. Well, we're out of time. It's just one of those days. I'll make use of what I have, and I made good use of it. This is where we'll be ending today's broadcast, and we'll be on the air again tomorrow. And by God's grace, we shall overcome. We are overcoming. We are overcoming. Now we know our problems. We were in denial. We were hiding it by comforting ourselves that, oh yes, we are one. Oh yes, we are this. Whereas you're from Ngwa, you don't see eye to eye with somebody from Obakala. It is common all over, but it is to the extent you play it. You don't overplay. And then we must start checkmating ourselves. Our utterances towards each other. Our utterances towards each other. And don't alienate, don't raise issues that will bring confusion. Because once you do it, you're going contrary to our objectives. And don't bring your own to be the sample of the people, which it is not. I don't make that mistake. This time it will not fly. If you're from your village and you think your village is better than the other village, keep it to yourself. Because what makes it better than the other village? Is it from the money that you stole? Is it from the 419? And you have academicians from the other village you are downgrading. Don't think you look better than the ladies from the other village. Because the other ladies too look very nice. The bottom line is fighting for supremacy, which doesn't exist in Biafra land and must stop, whichever way you bring it. And to prove me wrong, start listing all those academicians and the professors and the doctors and the lawyers, and you see they come across the board. Therefore, you are not better than any other person. Just keep your mouth shut. We are dying. They are killing us. And you shamelessly come and pose yourself in front of a foreign correspondents talking rubbish. And the same source of your communication has never covered where they are killing their own people. And to tell you the extent of our wrath, we are hopeless. Hopelessly hopeless. And something is wrong. We have identified it. Then it is left for you and I to deal with it. We must deal with it. We must come in terms with reality. And that is the way it's going to be. We either sail or we sink. Thank thanks to all of you. I will yield to the other stations. I don't think it's, but let me give it a try. Playing the anthem is what we normally do, and I will get some information. We're going to make some changes, but at least they say, well, if he's bringing another music to notify you that we are off the air, then we can do it. And I think I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to pick to be doing that, and it fascinated me. So thanks to all of you. We'll be on the air again tomorrow. Have a nice day.